Welcome to your breakdown for OCG Thursday. We've got a lot of cool decks here, one of which is becoming one of my personal favorites, Dragma. Man, my opinion changed quick on them. So we have Flame Noble Knights here. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom, Enjoy a Spring, one copy of the Boost Warrior. So if you control a face-up tuner, you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up defense position, and then you give a global 300 to your warriors, but you don't care because this is another extender for the deck. We have triple copies of Effect Veiler. We have one copy of the God Phoenix Gear Freeze. You can banish one equipped spell card from your hand or graveyard to special summon this card. And at the start of the damage step, if this card attacks, you can equip one other face-up monster on the field to this card as an equipped spell card, and it gets an extra 500 boost for being equipped. When a monster effect is activated, quick effect, you can send one face-up equipped card control to the graveyard to negate that activation if you do destroy that card. This is a huge power buff to the equip archetype, and now that we've kind of got the rest of the Flame Noble Knight archetype to bring this all together, we're looking like a snack out here. We also have one copy of Alstafo. Oh, man. So this is the one you can banish a fire from your hand or graveyard to special summon this card from your hand. Then you can make it become the same level as that banished monster. Okay? So it's not a tuner, but it's fine. You can banish this card from your graveyard to special summon this banished card during your second standby phase after activation. Then you can special summon one of your fire monsters that is banished or in your graveyard. Once again, like, the whole toolbox that this deck has going for it is amazing. Ogier here, a monster equipped with this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. And then you get one of these effects. So if this card is no more special summon, you can send one fire warrior or one noble arms from your deck to the graveyard, or if this card is engraved, target one of your warrior monsters you control, equip this card to that card, so you actually get to give the immunity effect to your big guy. Then we have Oliver. So your opponent cannot target a monster equipped with this card with card effects. And then we have, you could send a fire from your deck or equip spell from your hand or face up in the field of the graveyard, special summon this card from your hand as a level 1. And this is a tuner, by the way. And this card is engraved and target one warrior monster control equipped with this card. So we get more of our beautiful protection. And then we have triple copies of Renault. So if you control a fire monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. And if you do, it's treated as a tuner. You can only special summon Renault once per turn this way. If this card is special summoned, you target one of your fire warrior monsters or equip spells that is banished or in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So we get back our recursion here. Then we have triple copies of Max C, one copy of Oline, one copy of the Squeak Knight. So if this card is special summoned, you activate this effect. Treat this card as a tuner. Also, you can only special summon for the rest of this turn. Once. So once per turn, you can either target one face-up monster control, equip this card to it, or unequip this card and special summon it if the equipped monster would be destroyed by a card effect instead destroy this card. Yay, Union monsters. Then we have triple copies of the Sublime Knight Expalidant. So if this card is no more special summon, you can equip one fire warrior monster or one Gemini monster from your hand or deck to this card as an equipped spell, and it gains 500 attack. If this card is equipped with a Gemini monster, is destroyed by an opponent's card, as well as so many mini Gemini monsters from your graveyard as possible. We don't care about anything else. We just care that we can equip Mr. Squeak Knight and go to town. Then we have the two copies of the Durandal, one copy of the Joyusue, triple copies of Called by the Grave, and the triple copies of Cross Out Disney. And of course we have the triple copies of Heritage of the Chalice, being able to tutor for the best cards in your deck. Then we have, of course, one Living Fossil, two Midfield Breaker, and then we have one of the Metal Silver Armor. So, as long as you control a monster equipped with this card, your opponent cannot use the effect of a monster spell or trap card that targets one monster except the equipped monster. So you drop this on your big or little guy and force them to just go after it. Then we have one Rhoda and one Imperm. Down here in the extract, we have one Aurodon, one Link Karibo, one Link Ross, one Nightmare Unicorn, two copies of Isolde, one Ferocious, one Holly Fibrex, one Access Code, one Trishula, one Stardust Charge, one Martial Metal. Then we have one Roland, one Charles, and one Savage. Side here we have two Pankratops, two Phantasme, two Gamma Seal, one other copy of Joyce, two Cosmic Cyclone, one Feather Duster, two Evenly Matched, two Red Reboot, and one copy of the Vanity's Emptiness, wrapping up your Flame Noble Knights for this OCG Thursday. Now, we have Megalith. Now, Megalith get this in the next set, and I've been told this is probably the best card that they actually have in the deck. So you can ritual summon this card with a Megalith card. And this card is Ritual Summon. You can target one Ritual monster in your graveyard. This card's level becomes the same as that monster's. Then add it to your hand. During the main phase quick effect, you can activate this effect. Ritual Summon one Megalith Ritual from your hand or deck by tributing monsters from your hand or field whose total level equal or exceed that monster's level. So, literally, being able to just Ritual Summon anything that you want for free, basically? Then we have Megalith Unformed. So activate one of these effects. All monsters your opponent controls will lose 500 attack for each Ritual monster on the field until the end of the turn. You can Ritual Summon one Megalith Ritual from your deck in defense position by tributing monsters from your hand or field whose total level are double its level. Well, good news for you guys here. You got a huge consistency buff from these little support cards. So I have one copy of the Adamancipator Researcher because rock. Triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. One copy of the Barrier Statue. One Block Dragon. Triple copies of the Diviner of the Herald. So on normal or special, you can send one fairy from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard to increase this card's level by the level of the sent monster until the end of this turn. This card is tributing special summon one level 2 or lower fairy monster from your hand or deck. Consistency buffs. We have one Candle, one Pencil Plume, and one Talismander. And we got one copy of the Magical Hound. So if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can target one face-up Spell Trap card your opponent controls to the hand if you do a special summon this card. So, free Floodgate outs. We have two Ben 10, two copies of Chalice Slime, triple copies of Aratron, two copies of Bethor, triple copies of Hagith, triple copies of Ophiel, two copies of Faleg, and we have triple copies of Fool. And then we have one Incantation Inception, triple Unformed, and two Ripple copies of Preparation of Rites. Now, extra deck we have one Holly Fibrax, one Cross Sheep, one Needle Fiber, one Mr. Asa, one Apollosa, one number 38, one Gallant Granite, one Dingrisu, one Abyss Dweller, one copy of Netria Beast, one Martial Metal Marcher, two Herald of the Arclight, one Borreload Savage Dragon, and one Ints. So deck here we have two Lancia, one DD Crow, two Pankratops, two Droll and Lockbird, one Feather Duster, triple copies of Lightning Storm, two copies of System Down, and two copies of Red Reboot, wrapping this up. Last deck we have here is Invoked Megalith with a slight little splash of Shaddoll in here. Because now when you go Maximus to drop the Apple Cologne from the extra deck, you can go search for the Rook, and then you can summon, Winda during your opponent's turn. So good. Like, I'm actually having a lot of fun with this deck. So we have triple copies of Alistair the Invoker, triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, triple copies of Ecclesia the Dragma Saint, triple copies of Fleur de Lis the Dragma Knight, triple copies of Maximus Dragma, with triple copies of Max C, wrapping up your monsters. Spells we have triple copies of Called by the Grave, triple copies of Disciple of the Nadir, one Forbidden Droplet, one Harpy's Feather Duster, two copies of Invocation, with triple copies of Magical Meltdown. Then we have one Mystic Mine, one Super Poly, one Terraforming, triple copies of the three Tactical Talents, because this card is absurd, two copies of Imperm, and one copy of the Shaddoll Rook. Down here in the next deck, there's that one Secure Garden and one Almirage, one Starving Venom, one Dragastapelia, two Macabre, triple copies of Ints, one Winda, one Construct, one Apple Cologne, and triple copies of the Arshan Dragon. Then we have two Lancia, two Pankratops, one Ghost Ogre, one Nibiru, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, two more copies of the Forbidden Droplets. Okay, so send any number of other cards you control from your hand or field to the graveyard. Till the end of this turn, have the attack of exactly that many effect monsters your opponent controls also negate their effects. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects of cards with the same original type monster, spell, and trap card as the card sent to the graveyard to activate this card in response to this card's activation. So you basically just get a global buff across the field. Now, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this. I know a few people have been talking about this, like, oh my god, this card's really good. But it's just another Dark Ruler no more in the grand scheme of things. We have two copies of Lightning Storm, one Super Poly, and one System Down, wrapping up your chunk of OCG deck profiles for this week. So, what do you guys think about these lists? Please leave a comment down below. Tell Let me know what you guys think. I'll probably be streaming on Sunday. You guys will get more Ecclesia in your life. And well, guys, I'm out. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.